everyone, I'm Brandy. I'm a furniture painter from Sacramento, California. I'm with Brush by Brandy, and I'm a proud Dixiebell Paint Company and brand ambassador. And I'm excited to be here with you guys today. We've done a lot of preparation, and I'm going to paint a furniture piece with you guys live on camera. I want to introduce you guys to my husband. He's going to be doing our camera work today and also letting me know about any comments you guys or questions you guys may have as I'm going. This is the look we're going to be duplicating. It's a blended paint finish using some metallics and then a few different colors of the Dixiebell paint. I'll let you know what I'm using as I'm going along. You guys please comment, let me know where you're watching from. I'm excited to have everyone here today, and I'm going to turn this around and we'll go ahead and get started. This is our sample piece, and I don't normally paint the back sides of my pieces, but I'm going to go ahead and do this one today. And the reason is because this is a nice flat surface for me to show you guys some different blending techniques on. So the colors I'm going to start with are going to be Dixiebell paint in collard greens is going to go up on the top. And then on the base I chose mint julep. And the reason I chose mint julep is because it coordinates with the colors that we're using throughout the body on this. We're using metallic on the bottom, and metallics have a little bit less pigment in them than regular chalk paint. So you are going to see a hint of your base color underneath that. So I recommend that whatever colors you're using for this technique, that you choose a base color that is complementary to the colors that you're using on your furniture piece. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is the collard greens. I'm just using a 2-inch synthetic fiber brush. This look is a fairly messy blended look. I chose that because it's an easy technique to show you guys on camera. Brush strokes are going to be our friend, so don't worry about your brush strokes on this. And that's actually nice because I see a lot of people struggling to minimize brush strokes. This is actually a look that brush strokes are okay. Everybody stop and tell me where you're from. And then we're doing a giveaway today for some Dixiebell paint. You're going to get the Dixiebell Gold Metallic base and the Gold Metallic top coat, and then an 8-ounce container of Evergreen. And we're doing greens and golds today because what better colors for the holidays than some metallics, green and gold. So on the top we have Dixiebell collard greens. Now I'm going to go in with the mint julep. I have a different brush, so each brush is getting each color is getting its own brush, and I'm just coating my surface very liberally. This is just our base coat, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Let me know if you guys have any questions as we're going. If you like what you see, please stop by and visit my page. It's Brushed by Brandy. I'm a furniture painter out of Sacramento, California. And a brand ambassador for Dixiebell Paint. You guys can see where these two colors are starting to touch each other. That I'm not hesitating to let them blend into each other. And I'll show you why in a minute. Again, this is just our base coat, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to show you some different ways to blend paint colors. When I blend, I usually try to choose two colors that are of the same color family, although it can be done with contrasting colors too. So you can see I just kind of brush these together with no rhyme or reason. Some of the most questions I get when I'm painting are on blending techniques. So I'm going to show you a few here. So I've got two different colors and we're going to blend them into each other. I keep a water bottle with me when I paint always. Water is your friend when you're blending paint. So I'm going to spray. That was probably 3 on a misting setting on my spray bottle. And then I've got a brush for each color, the mint julep and the collard greens. I'm going to brush them into each other. This is a very basic ombre technique. You can see how I didn't really do anything and the paint starts doing the work for you. You're literally going to add colors from each one until you get the look that you're after. till you like how they're blended, where they're blended. You can see I'm just going back and forth. I added a little bit of water to my paint. I'm going to do a little bit more collard greens at the top. And you can see how with very little effort, I just got an ombre paint finish. Again, you know, keep playing with the paint. Once it starts to set up, add water. Keep your paint wet and brushing these colors together. That's really all it is. The paint does the blending for you. You can see we've got a nice transition point going. Add the colors until you get a look that you're happy with. So that's one blending technique, an ombre finish. Look how smooth that transition is. You can do this with any colors. So now I'm going to show you a different blending technique that gets you a nice transition. This is more of an abrupt transition between your colors. So if you take your brush and instead of brushing horizontally, you're going to brush vertically. Brush your colors into each other. You can make this as random as you like. You know, a little bit further down there, maybe come over here and do a little bit. Brush your lighter color up into your darker. I'm going to add some more of the darker just to clean this up a little bit. I'm just playing with the paint, you guys. It's just paint. There's no right or wrong way to do this.
Is Roy down here?
Let me know for our giveaway today. I'm asking what was the last furniture piece you painted? What Dixiebell color did you use? Go ahead and share with me the last piece you guys worked on. What colors you used. I love Dixiebell paint. It's got a very nice coverage. You can see this is one coat over a dark wood finish. I have none of my wood color showing through this. So we got excellent coverage even just off our first coat. So this is another blending technique. I just brushed vertically the colors into each other. It's a little more random. For our purpose today, I'm just going to go with this kind of straight across blended look. See, I'm back to my ombre again. All right, so that was a couple ideas for you guys. And now I'm going to move on to our next side, which is going to be the next step in this finish. I've already done the same step that we just did on the back, I did on this side here. So this is the mint julep on the base and the collard greens on the top. Single coat of each one, and again you'll see that fantastic coverage that we got. And this is where we're going to start introducing the metallics. Dixiebell Gold comes in a base coat and a top coat. They both look almost identical in the containers. You do need both of them. And the reason is because the base coat is for adhesion. So we have the base and the top coat. So we're going to start with our base coat. I'm going to get another clean brush. Again, just my 2-inch synthetic brush. And then I'm going to start with the gold on the bottom. This look is so random. I'm going to use kind of a cross-hatching pattern and brush that gold in. Let me know if you guys have any questions as we're going along. If you like what you see, please visit my page at Brush by Brandy. I also do tutorials for Dixiebell. Oh, we got a brush strand in there. When we get done with this broadcast, I will share a link to my blog. I've got some great tutorials on there, and also a link to my page. And I hope you guys will follow. If you like what you see, please share this post, share this live with your friends. Let me know where you guys are coming from.
You got some from Idaho, North and South Carolina, New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand.
Canada.
Wow, you guys. Dixiebell does ship to the U.S. and to Canada. Hi, everyone.
Georgia.
Georgia. Merry Christmas, you guys. This is exciting. I want to say thank you to all the Dixiebell representatives who have done lives before me. This is a pretty big deal for me. I know people do it all the time. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I paint in my garage. And so I'm very proud and happy to be working with the Dixiebell brand. I love what they stand for. I love their paint products. So you can see what I've done here. I've just been cross-hatching this gold metallic base coat in. This gold is deceiving. You can see it goes on and it's a little bit translucent. It actually dries a lot more opaque than it looks. So you'll see when I turn this to the next side how it actually dries. Again, I'm just using a cross-hatching pattern. Cross-hatching is a great technique with metallics. It gives you a brushed metal finish. And metallics have, that little bit of sparkle in them, that the direction of it catches the light differently on your finish. So cross-hatching is a great technique. So now I'm going to go back to the top. And up here, we're going to blend two colors together. So for blending, again, I like to use my spray bottle. I'm going to, a couple spritzes, lightly wet my surface. And for the top, I'm using, this is Dixiebell Mermaid Tail and collard greens. So this is another blending technique that you can use, and it's very random. Perfectionists might have a hard time with this. So I have a base of collard greens on here, single coat, and I'm just going back. I'm going to use one brush, and I'm going to alternate between the mermaid tail and the collard greens. So that was collard greens. Now I'm going in with the mermaid tail. Totally random brush strokes where it meets up with my gold. Let them blend together.
Linda says this is better than eating cookies.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I could go for a cookie right now. I'm super nervous, guys. I hope that people on the East Coast, that you guys have had a nice dinner with your families. It's Christmas Eve. I'm painting. For those of us on the West Coast, it's only 4 o'clock, so I still get to have dinner. We're going over to a friend's house for dinner tonight. Wish everybody a very Merry Christmas tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching today. What better to bring families together than sitting around watching somebody paint? So you can see I've been alternating between the mermaid tail and the collard greens. You can go heavier on the teal if you like the teals. Go heavier with the mermaid tail, heavier with the collard greens. I'm letting them blend together where they meet up. And it gives you kind of a mottled effect. We've got a little bit of the teals, a little bit heavier on the greens. You can see those brush strokes that we've been putting in. It's going to have really nice texture. Another thing you can do with the metallic is mixing in some other metallic colors. So this is Dixiebell Bronze Patina paint, another great metallic, but if you take a little bit of this and go into your gold, alternating between those two, you can darken up your gold too. This could be done with any color, you guys. This is just an example in green and gold, but there's really no color combination that this doesn't work with. See how random my brush strokes are? Where these two meet up, I can brush them into each other and get a really smooth transition. So again, this is just our base coat. This was just our first coat of the gold metallic. We're using Dixiebell metallic gold base coat. Our next step, we're going to use the top coat. And then up on the top, we use collard greens and mermaid tail. All right, I'm going to move on to our next side. This is like those cooking shows, you know, where they bake a pot roast and they put it in the oven and then say 40 minutes later, go back and it's done, but magically theirs is done. Mine is done.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah, set it. So, for our next step, where is my, I left it on my cart over here. Alright guys. you like what you see, stop by my page, Brush by Brandy. Give me a like. Share this video. For our giveaway today, we're giving away an 8-ounce Dixiebell metallic base coat and top coat, and then an 8-ounce in evergreen. So with those, you should be able to get close to this look at home. And to enter that giveaway, please like this post, give it a share, and then tell me what you've been painting lately. So I'm going to start out, let me make sure I have my top coat. That's the base. They look the same. You can see how this dried, a little bit more opaque than we started out when it went on. It gets pretty nice coverage, but really with that second coat is where we're going to cover up the hints of the lighter green that are showing through.
Something happened. Sorry, go ahead.
So I'm going to start in here. This is the metallic gold top coat. Same thing, that cross hatching technique. Can you see?
Sandy says she loves the garage floor.
my garage floor is a work of art in itself. I know we're building a house right now, and I do intend to sell this one, and I hope someone will pay extra for my garage floor. What do you think? Wishful thinking? When I'm painting out here, I don't even hesitate to dab my brush off on the floor. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, but this is my workshop. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I paint because it allows me to be home with my kiddos. And I feel very lucky to be doing this. I just started vlogging for Dixiebell. I'm loving exploring their paint line. A lot of it I'm exploring for the first time with you guys. So yeah, I will, at the end of this, I will post a link to my blog and to my business page. It's Brush by Brandy on Instagram and Facebook. So this is the gold. Again, if you wanted to add in the bronze and get some variation in your gold, you can. I know people just like, what is she doing? It's just paint. It blends beautifully. So the bronze could be a brown if you wanted to blend that in with the gold. It just gives the gold a little bit of a richer, and then when it dries, it will have some really nice variation in the texture. I'm adding a little bit of water. The water just helps it blend when your paint starts to set up.
Donna wants to know what's the use for a top coat,
The top coat actually has the more metallic pigments in it. So the top coat is going to be more for your shimmer, for the appearance. What are you laughing at?
Sorry, Linda says this is like watching a Bob Ross masterpiece. And since I just joked about some happy clouds the other day.
I remember Bob Ross when I was a kid, and I used to say, he was like mesmerizing. I don't even know why. I would hope I could be that mesmerizing. So now I'm brushing in on the top. I'm going to go back with my water. And I'm going to alternate between the mermaid tail and the collard greens. Same brush going into both paint colors. You can go heavier on the mermaid tail if you like. I'm going to show you guys, I'll back up for a second. These two colors, the mermaid tail and the collard greens. I did a sample board here, but you can see this is the mermaid tail and the collard greens. They really blend together to make this nice rich teal color. So you can see that. So that adds, the possibilities you could do with this paint line are endless. Where you don't have a color, you can make it yourself with blending. So you can choose where you want your transition point to be. If you want to bring it up on the sides, make it really random. As your paint starts to set up, it makes those really good brush strokes. And since we want those for this look, let it set up and then come back and brush over it again. Going back with our top colors and blending those in, softening that transition. So this is our second coat right here. We have excellent coverage even with the metallics. Metallics are a little bit thinner, so you want to have a base coat under them that you're okay with showing through a little bit. They just have lighter coverage, but you get the nice metallic shimmer from the paint itself. So with our second coat, we brushed together the mermaid tail and the collard greens. We brushed in the gold metallic, and then I did add in a little bit of the bronze, patina bronze, just to add depth. You don't have to do that. This is a look that works with any color combination. So if I wanted to put, you know, some shades of red on the top and then, you know, shades of blue on the bottom, that would work too. So I'm just showing you with these as an example. They're complementary colors, so they go nicely together. And then with this cross hatching on the metallic, you get really nice reflection of the light. So, magic again. This front, I've done all the same steps that we just did on the side have been done on this front as well. The top, I continued going with the collard greens and the mermaid tail, just brushing those together randomly in that cross hatching pattern. When I paint dressers, I usually take my drawers out and paint them. But for a blended finish, I do leave them in the body. I do my blending on the front, and then I'll take them out and touch up around my drawer edges so they match. So now our final step, once you've done all those all around your piece, I'm usually a wax girl. For this, because I used metallics, I am finishing it in Dixiebell Gator Hide. Gator Hide is a waterproof top coat. I'm going to show you how easy this goes on. This is really a great finish for beginner painters because there's no way you can go wrong. You're not trying to get a perfect finish. The beauty of it is in the randomness. So for Gator Hide, they magically made the top the perfect size for Dixiebell application sponge. So what I do, literally, I dip my application sponge in. My Gator Hide's a little low. I need to order some. Oh, I tripped. And I pull it out. And I just have barely any coverage on that sponge. And then I'm just going to wipe it across my surface like this. If I show you up here on the actual chalk paint colors, you can see how it adds some depth to the paint. Chalk paint is usually never true to its color in the container. It's like adding water to concrete. It soaks up whatever top coat you put on it. So when you wax a piece, that wax gives it that oily top coat that seals the paint. Gator Hide does the same thing. So it's sealing my paint, added some depth to those colors on the top. Again, you guys, tell me what piece you're working on. We're giving away Dixiebell Metallic Gold and an 8-ounce container of Evergreen. So you can duplicate this look at home. If you like what you see, please follow my page at Brushed by Brandy. So I'm just wiping on this Gator Hide. I think top coats are something that make a lot of people nervous. And this is a solution that could not be any easier. I will top coat this whole piece in about 5 minutes. I'm only going to do the front for you guys here today. I usually do about 2 or 3 coats when I do this to give me good durability. But because I'm brushing it on like this, each coat takes literally 5 minutes. So 3 coats may sound like a lot, but I just come back every, half hour or so when it's dry to the touch, and I brush on another coat. You want to be really careful to watch out for drip marks. Those are really the only way you can ruin this top coat, is to let drips happen. And just wipe down your front.
Yes, hi Wyatt, I see.
Hi Wyatt, hi Tina, hi Taylor, hi Caitlin. Merry Christmas, you guys. We miss you. We've been a little busy. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. I know a lot of people were worried because it's Christmas Eve, whether you'd be able to watch or not. So I hope people have either enjoyed a dinner with their family or are about to. I have 3 young boys, so we're looking forward to Christmas tomorrow.
Bobby is asking if you sell this paint.
Bobby, I will post my affiliate link after I get off this broadcast right here. I will post my affiliate link on it. I'm not actually a Dixiebell retailer. I'm a brand ambassador. So I do blogging for them. I do sample pieces for them. And then I post all my work on their page and on my page. And I blog the tutorials for you guys. So I'm here to give you guys ideas on how you can use the paint, different finishes, and then show you how you can achieve them at home. But I love this paint line. I've used just about every brand you can imagine, and Dixiebell has fantastic coverage. It gives you a great smooth finish, and then it also has a nice mid-range price point. Some of the chalk paints are up here. Dixiebell comes in right at the middle, so for a nice quality paint, it's really, really appropriately priced, which I appreciate, and a lot of people do. There's a lot of variety in the brand. This is the Dixiebell paint card. So these are all the color options it comes in. Plus it's got some patina kits. If you go to my page at Brush by Brandy, I just did some old rusty stars in the patina paint. You can create bronze and copper aged finishes that are just beautiful. But so you got a lot of variety. Let me know what your favorite color is, you guys. If you guys have a favorite color, there's a lot on here that I haven't even used yet. So, but this is a great finish. You can see up here what the completed look looks like. So again, I started with the back, and we did some blending techniques on the back, and then each side was the next step in the process. So you can rewatch this and follow through. Again, you can use any colors to achieve this same look.
Jane wants to know if the gator hide is strong enough for the top.
Yes, Jane, you know what? Gator hide is one of the strongest top coats that you can choose. It's waterproof. So this is a great top coat to choose for dining room tables, for tops like this. It's really easy to apply, but it's also one of the most durable top coats. I'm a wax girl. I use wax on a lot of pieces, but I like gator hide on my tops. The body of your piece doesn't really get that much use, so wax might be appropriate for where it doesn't get a lot of finger use. So this is kind of our final look. On this piece, I chose to take the hardware off. This one I didn't, and that's just a personal choice. I just liked it with the look of this. This one had different hardware, so this is what my hardware is going to look like when my top coat dries and I put the hardware back on. But you can see that'll be a gorgeous piece. I like to use original vintage hardware. There's nothing like it. So yeah, again, if you liked what you saw today, please go in and like my page at Brush by Brandy. Share this, and then if you comment on what piece you've been painting, you'll be entered into a giveaway to win an 8-ounce container of the gold metallic base coat, gold metallic top coat, and then an 8-ounce container of the evergreen too. So thank you everyone so much for watching. This has been a pleasure for me today. I'm going to link this finish onto my blog. So, but then I want to wish a sincere Merry Christmas to everyone from our family to yours. Like I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm going to invite my little guys with me, and they're very much a part of painting with me. This is my 7-year-old, my 3-year-old, and my 9-year-old. And we just want to say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you guys for watching.